Hey, what's up, guys? Odibor here today. This time I'm going to be covering a topic that's a little bit more controversial, but after quite a few years of playing on Xbox and having live and all kinds of stuff, I kind of feel this is something that really needs to be thrown out there, just to let you guys know my opinion and a lot of my friends' opinion, just because I get along with people who are similar to me, which makes sense. So a lot of the people I know completely agree with me. For example, it's Maniacal in here. He and I are on the exact same page with this topic. And what we wanted to talk about was really Call of Duty players, especially Call of Duty players on Battlefield, to be more specific. Now, I gotta say, I don't like Call of Duty players. As a general rule, most of the people I meet who are from Call of Duty or play that game fairly regularly, they're rude. They've got a bad attitude. They don't play Battlefield the way that they should. They play it more like Call of Duty, where you can just run around and shoot people and not go for the objective, and think that they're going to win. And then they get all mad and they're like, oh, hey, look, we lost. My team sucks. It's like, no, we don't suck. It's your fault because you're not fucking running around helping the team. So they play the game so much different than us, and really, they bring a bad aura, because all these people who have been playing Battlefield since Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, like I have. It actually was only on the PC. It was a great game and everything. And, but they bring this bad attitude and this aura around them that people just don't want to play with them because, like I said, they're rude and they don't play the objective. And they talk all kinds of smack and they do stupid things like they camp. Camping is a huge thing that I've noticed Call of Duty players do. And they bring that over and they put it on the Battlefield and I don't know, it's just... It changes the game in a lot of ways. That it's not for the better. It makes it not fun to play. It frustrates people because we're all trying to have fun, and as a general rule we do, and then we run into those select few players who are like, oh, hey, look, Battlefield is awesome, blah, 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 blah. It's like, you don't have the right to say that. If you haven't been playing Battlefield since at least the first Bad Company, you have no right to say that Battlefield's better than Call of Duty because you're not experienced. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just talking about your ass because you, have been playing Call of Duty and you like this game better. So, and another thing we have problems with is people who aren't good at Call of Duty come over to Battlefield and again they do the same thing. They camp and they don't go for the objective and all they do is kill, and that's fine, but if you're gonna do that, take it to team deathmatch, man. Especially don't do it on stuff like Rush, kind of like you're seeing here. This guy was sitting in this corner. He couldn't see the bomb site, so how is he supposed to defend it, And I did check his profile afterwards, and the last 2 games he played, actually last 3 games he played, were Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops, and then after that was Halo 3. So, I don't know, man. And then these players, these Call of Duty players, what they do is they make stupid decisions. Like, instead of getting out to repair a vehicle or something, they just jump out and run away like a little pansy. And a lot of times that's how the enemy team ends up getting your vehicles, like the helicopter. That's the one thing, that's a great example, actually, is that nothing that makes me more mad than, like, when I see an enemy flying away in our helicopter. I'm like, okay, really? Obviously, that helicopter wasn't destroyed, so you could have either at least ditched it over the ocean where they couldn't get it, or something, man, or at least tried to repair it. But ditching it right over their base where they've got a whole bunch of engineers trying to shoot you down, that's never a good idea. That's a stupid decision, like I'm saying. Because all they got to do is pull out their repair torch and fire away on that helicopter, and within a matter of 10 seconds, that helicopter's back at 100%, and they've now got our attack helicopter, or scout helicopter, or whatever, and there's a reason why the attackers and stuff are given those guns, it's so they have a little extra edge over the defenders. Now, when the defenders get a hold of that, it's really freaking ridiculous because now they've got even more of an edge because all they gotta do is fly around your spawn and you're toast. I mean, that's pretty much a game for you. I mean, these players aren't fun to play with. They ruin a lot of the games they go around, kind of like Rainbow Six Vegas. You see CoD Players going over to that game got ruined real fast because it's the same people using the same guns and all kinds of stuff. And again, like I was talking about, they go around and they use overpowered weapons and stuff. Like, for example, on Battlefield, the FAMAS, that gun it's ridiculous. Like, it's not even, I don't even know how to describe it. It's not fair. It shoots too fast, and it doesn't, in reality, that gun doesn't shoot as big of a round as it supposedly does in this game. Because if you'll notice, that gun, it does have a high rate of fire, but it kills way too fast. You can, I mean, if there's a hallway full of like four guys or something, maybe 5 guys, you could probably even take out 2 whole squads with one clip of the boss. All you gotta do is aim down that hallway and spray, and you'll end up taking out every single one of those guys because of that gun's rate of fire and its accuracy and everything. Now, granted, that is something that's getting patched in this next update, but there's so many different things that these players do. It makes these games that they go to, it makes people not want to play them. It gives the game a bad rep too, because you see all these Call of Duty players coming over, and not everybody pays attention to that stuff. But like it gives these games, like Battlefield example, it is a good example. It sort of gives them a bad name because people don't want to play with Call of Duty players. As a general rule, most people don't like people who come over from Call of Duty. Like what we call them is we call them Call of Duty fanboys or COD fanboys or whatever, because what they are is they're little kids generally, or little punk 13-year-old teenagers, 14-year-old teenagers who've got really nasally voices, and that's just a stereotype, but who are really annoying, and all they do is talk smack and stuff. They think that Call of Duty is all big and bad, and they think that because they're good at Call of Duty, they own Xbox Live, and they go to school and they play game battles, and they go to school and have stupid attitudes, and everything from Call of Duty tends to carry over everywhere they go. I don't know why. In fact, I can name people from my personal life that I've met who are a great example of that. There's a guy on my channel, way back, uploaded a long time ago. It's a video called "Steven Goes on a Rampage." In fact, if I remember, I'll actually put the link up on this video so you can go see it. But he's a kid I know in real life who thinks game battles is life. Like my older brother, when I was younger, got on the microphone because he heard that kid screaming and yelling, and gave him a whole lecture on the difference between life and Call of Duty. I mean, it was ridiculous. That's a problem when you've got someone's older brother who's doesn't even have an Xbox. I mean, he does now. But when he's getting on the mic and talking to somebody he doesn't even know, giving him a lecture on the difference between life and death, and life and video games. And keep in mind, my older brother's retired Air Force, so I mean, this isn't somebody who's just some random older dude. No, he's retired Air Force. He knows what he's talking about. He's been to the mountaintop and back. And I don't know if I've covered this already, but they're also really rude. Like, they get on here, and even if you're lucky enough to find somebody in a squad with a mic, if you're not in a squad, but like you're on a random squad, I'm trying to say, a lot of those times, those people are rude, and they just run their mouth, man. I mean, they start cussing up a storm and using such nasty language, and oh man, it's not a fun deal at all. So. But go ahead and leave what you guys think in the comments, and definitely remember to subscribe, comment, and thumbs up this video. And like I said, let me know what you guys think. Any feedback is awesome. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you later.